Hi everyone, today I wanted to talk about why I think Venom films could be amazing thrillers. This video will take you from Venom to Alfred Hitchcock to Chekhov and back to Venom. However, this video is not a Venom review, just to make that clear up front. If you want to know my opinion about Venom, there are good movies, turn your brain off, have fun, but pointless effort if they're not gonna connect to any Spider-Man. Now, let's start by the definition of thrillers. Now, Alfred Hitchcock gave this example to define thrillers, and the example was that imagine two people having a conversation. The audience know that there's a ticking time bomb under the table, while the two people talking do not know about it. And the period of time between the point that we learned about the bomb and the point that the bomb goes on, that is what Hitchcock defines as a thriller. Now, what does this have to do anything with Venom? I will tell you, and I will tell you why I think anti-heroes are bad for comic books in general, but to understand this, you need to get deeper into this meaning. Now, I understood this definition wrong. I thought this means that a bad thing will happen. I mean, essentially, an impending doom is what makes a thriller. But when I was thinking about how I can recreate these sorts of things, I was thinking about replacing the bomb under the table with other like weapons, guns, and things like that in your fictional story. But I don't think that's how it works. I think I mistook the Alfred Hitchcockian thriller with Chekhov's shotgun. Now, Chekhov's shotgun is another thing in screenwriting, another point in screenwriting, which says if you show people a shotgun, you need to shoot the shotgun somewhere in your story. I mean, it comes from theater, like they say, if it's on the walls in your decoration in the theater, you need to shoot that gun in the theater. It's more about setups and payoff. However, the thriller is not about setup and payoff, and I really understood this when I watched the movie Knives Out. Now, if you watch the movie Knives Out, again, I will get to Venom. Don't worry. If you notice the movie Knives Out, it kind of switches up halfway through the film, and it becomes a little weird, in a good way. And I didn't understood why it became like that. But the director in the behind the scenes, the director Ryan Johnson, says that they turned the movie into a Hitchcockian thriller because the main character that we root for now seems to be the bad guy, and we know that in murder mysteries, the detectives will solve the mystery by the end. If you know the Knives Out story, you know what I just said. And that's when I realized the Hitchcock theory for thriller isn't about bombs and things blowing up and people dying and shotguns being shot or anything like that. It's about things that are definitely going to happen. When you see a ticking time bomb, I mean, nowadays with the modern cinema, we expect it to stop when it's a second away from blowing up. But in general, we expect the ticking time bomb to blow up. We expect detectives to solve the mystery by the end of the mystery. It's the things that are guaranteed to happen in a movie happening, just it being bad for the main characters that we root for. That's thriller. It's not about impending doom necessarily, it's about things that are guaranteed to happen. For instance, what happens at the end of sitcoms? If that thing is bad for the character that we root for, then that's a thriller. And now let's get back to Venom. I promise you I will get back to Venom, and I got back to it. Venom is a bad guy. If we make a movie about a bad guy, we expect the bad guy to lose at the end of the film. Because superhero movies are so popular these days, and everyone knows the villains lose at the end of the film. So just make a Venom film and that would be thriller. However, Sony doesn't do that. Sony turns Venom into an anti-hero, and in every movie finds someone who's worse than Venom, finds another villain, like Carnage. So there's someone for Venom to beat. And I know why they do it. They're scared of having a main character that loses by the end of the movie, but that is a thriller. That is tragic. And in my opinion, that's an amazing potential that every Sony film has, like Morbius, like Craven, that they just don't do. They turned every villain into a good guy anti-hero, which just sucks. But that's not just something that Sony does, it's something that happens throughout comic book. Harley Quinn becomes a popular villain, oh now she's an anti-hero. Joker is a popular villain, now she's an anti-hero. Let me give you an example of what I mean. What I mean is that let's make a Reverse Flash movie, where Reverse Flash goes through time, fights Flash, we understand where Reverse Flash comes from, we see Flash less, Flash is the secondary character, and then Reverse Flash loses at the end. That could totally work. That's a thriller. That is scary. That is tragic. Same thing with Venom. Make a Venom film where you have Spider-Man. I don't know, Sony doesn't have the rights probably to using Spider-Man. Stuff between MCU and Sony. So just bring another person. Bring Spider-Woman. Bring Spider-Noir that they're making. Bring them and defeat Venom. I think anti-heroes aren't as interesting as villains. You look at Batman and you praise Batman for the amazing rogues gallery that they have. Spider-Man is one of the best superheroes because it has the best rogues gallery ever next to Batman. But now if you turn every villain that they had into anti-heroes, what are you left with? I mean, I know Deadpool is making a lot of money and making everybody an anti-hero seems nice, but in my opinion, it takes things away. There's a potential for a tragic, thrilling movie there, Sony. Use that. And every time I watch a Venom film, I feel like that potential is not well used. Thank you for listening to me ramble about thrillers. I hope you learned something about thrillers. I hope you learned something about Hitchcock. And I hope we get better Venom films. They're not bad, but I hope we get better. Till then, push reviews. Bye.